first Bush, man, for inviting me over. This is my first time here. I understand everyone here is DJs, right? Okay, that's good. Let me ask you guys this question. Does anyone here have a website? Website? 1, 2? Okay. Why not? Why? She doesn't have a website.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of work? Put one together?
Oh, I got one.
You got one too? Okay. Anybody got a brand? I know it's your brand. That's hot. Anybody else got a logo, brand out there? Okay. All right. Anybody interested in having their own website or get a brand? Okay. All right. Cool. That's what I do. I'm like a one-stop shop. I do all advertising media, digital media, anything online. So you need a website, you need print media, business cards, flyers, anything like that. Social media set up for your website, custom everything. Taught myself how to do everything myself. Didn't go to school for it. Just decided I wanted to get into websites, and that's what I did and got it. So I have a few examples of some of the websites that I have. Another thing I do is actually 3D media. So I don't know if you've ever seen this on a website, but you can actually, for instance, to say, I design your website and have you in front of your website behind a DJ booth. I can actually have you walk onto your website 3D, start playing on the DJ booth so they can see and experience you up hand. I got a few examples of that. Actually on my website, you can see me just talking on there, just to capture somebody's attention. So with branding and media, you want to have everything crisp, clean, and capture somebody's attention. That's why I named my company's First Impressions Media. When somebody goes to your website, I want your website to look like $1 million if you just started today. Even with all of your media and print advertising, I have some examples of some of my work too, business cards and stuff like that. So basically that's what I do, man. I get online and just help. Matter of fact, right now I'm working with a lot of small businesses, black-owned businesses. I don't know if you ever heard of Air's Transportation Services, limousine service in Cincinnati. I did their website. I don't know if you've seen theirs. I redid it from the last person. Quite a few. I don't know if you know my father, Lim Jenkins Jr. He sells tickets. He does. Did anybody go? I don't know. Faith, were you at our show?
Which one?
The old school Summer Jam.
No, y'all didn't invite me.
We didn't invite you. Okay.
Don't call her.
It was nice.
You heard it nice? Yeah. My father sells a lot of tickets for everything coming to town. Jasper's a lot of stuff. Decided to do his own thing. As a matter of fact, I need you guys have a card. Or have a card, give me your DJ card because we need DJ, because every year we're doing that. Between artists, we need DJs, to keep the crowd moving while the other artists are setting up. But last year we had Cameo come through town, and he was the main header, and we had a lot of other old school artists, and we're doing that every year. And we're actually going to be doing multiple shows, so make sure you give me your business card or contact information before I leave. Now, anybody have any questions about online advertising, social media, stuff like that?
Do you do the SEO for the website?
I do SEO.
Repeat the question.
My question was, does anybody have any questions about online advertising, media, branding?
The question that he asked, repeat the question.
Oh, okay. He asked me about SEO, search engine optimization. You can have a website, okay? Or you can get somebody to do a website for you, and there's billions of websites out there. But if it's not listed right, if it's not properly SEO, no one's gonna find it. So that's one of the services that I have is included in my websites. Also in my websites, you also get content management system, so you won't have to try to look for me if you need to update your website. I'll actually show you how to go in and log in and update content on your own website. That's included in all that. Video, pictures, audio, all that stuff. I got professional photographers to come take your picture. We can come out to your venue, video record you. You can have a gallery on your website, videos and all that, so people can go to your website, see some of the shows that you play for, whatever. All the top brands out there that you may have played for will have all that stuff listed on your website. So when I believe a website is important because that's like the first thing people see when you're going out and advertise yourself. You don't have a website, it's like you don't have a storefront nowadays. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody needs to be out there listed. So when somebody searches, like on Google, does anybody did work with somebody just finding you on Google, like a Google search? Like, hey man, I found you online, Google search, whatever, can you do this party for me? Does anybody do weddings and things like that? Okay.
Somebody
What other
did
type
that.
of private, DJs?
They call me on
Graduation,
Facebook.
birthday party?
Pretty much.
All that is key. You need to have all that listed online under what you do. You know, you have people calling you that's doing search because everybody's on what mobile devices now, online internet, looking for, word of mouth. You have to do a little bit more than that right now.
What was his question about SEO?
SEO just did I answer your question?
Yeah, you got it.
And can you explain SEO for those that may not know?
SEO is just search engine optimization. It's just like you go on someone's website, all the content and all that stuff out there, Google's, if you don't have it properly set up, Google can't even see it. You're blind to Google. So when somebody searches something out there and you're on there, and if your website is not properly set up with keywords like Cincinnati DJ or wedding DJ or whatever, or your name, you want to have all that listed up, contact information, so that it shows up on the first 2 or 3 pages, because that's what people mostly search on the first and second page online. And you need to be listed there. You need to be listed there. And search engine optimization allows you to do that. It's a whole bunch. Businesses just make money on search engine optimization by itself.
Do you build apps?
Yes, we do build apps.
Do you build apps?
Yes, I do build apps. Yeah, I can have your website. Actually, what they have going on right now is called responsive design. So I can design your website to look good on whatever platform out there. So for instance, a mobile device, your cell phone or a tablet or anything like that, it actually change based on what they pull, what device they're looking at. Yeah, so that's the future with apps and everything is responsive design. Question, sir?
You got information about your company?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I got some flyers. I'm gonna pass around my business card. I'm gonna pass around. You can go online, look up everything, and contact me, email me.
And the second question is, what's your basic fee for your website?
Repeat his question.
All right. His question is, what is basically your fees? Fee. I work with people on budgets. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a budget, I can work with you on whatever you have going on. Again, I work with a lot of small businesses. I understand a lot of small businesses are struggling a lot, and they can't go to a lot of these big advertising companies out there, get a website, they'll charge you about $5,000-$10,000 for these websites. So I cut under that a lot,
That's to add on to this question, like what is your basic, your average, and then your advanced
Man, I do
websites
websites for $500 on up. Depends on how many pages you want. Depends on if you need pictures taken. Depends on if we need to come out. Video you, all that stuff. Get you on there. Depends on what you need. So what I do is I come and sit down with you, figure out exactly all your needs. Do you need a logo made? Do you have business cards? Do you need promotional materials made? And we factor all that in, put that in the price. And I can have you up and running in 30 days. Sir.
Like you just did, negotiation is a great thing. That's how you should negotiate your stuff. Never negotiate to a room, negotiate to an individual. Right.
So it's different for everybody. I'm sorry. He had his hand up first. Sorry about that, buddy.
Okay, so after you build a website, do you provide analytics on the back end?
I do.
Page visits, who visits?
That's exactly right. Yeah, okay, so he said once you build a website, do you provide analytics on the back end? Yes, we do. And actually, that's actually a free service, which is Google Analytics. So when I build your website, I'll go to each page, I'll put a code to each page, so you'll see, let's say you do an advertising campaign, you want to see how good that advertising campaign was, you actually see how many people visited your website that day, what city they visited your website from, how long they was on your website, what pages did they start off with, where did they come from, if they were on mobile devices when they looked at your website, were they on their desktop, all that stuff is factored into analytics, and yes, you can get, that's included in my service, Google Analytics. It's just tracking on, how many visitors, that way you can figure out what's working for you as far as advertising stuff and what's not. things in that nature.
So as you building web hosting, the domain registries,
Yeah.
all of that? Okay.
Yep, I get all my domains at GoDaddy,
Okay.
and I do my own hosting. So I'm sorry. He has. Do I do domains? Help people out with the domains and hosting. Hosting is just where's your website sitting at. So I have my own hosting. You know, you pay. My hosting fee is like what, $10 a month. You know, most of them charge like $30 a month, $50 a month for hosting. Mine's just $10, and I give you a 20% discount. You pay a year in advance or whatever. But yeah, we do that. We'll show you how to do all that. You have multiple domains going to your one website. So, like, I have First Impressions Media. I have the one ST Impressions Media. Then I have it spelled out First Impressions Media. Then I have it misspelled too. I bought that domain. Some people misspell the domain, and I still want you to pop up and you misspell it. So that's some of the things you gotta think about. So there's a lot going on. That's why he says there's a lot of work going on to it. Yeah, it's more than you think, but that's why I had to come and you ain't gotta worry about it. Just come to me and take care of you.
How much annual cost will be involved with having a website?
His question is how much? What's our average annual cost in having a website? Well, first I told you the hosting is like what, $10 a month. But then after I build your website, you're satisfied with it, you get it launched, and then you want to add stuff to it, and then we'll negotiate like an hourly, how much I'll charge you hourly to update and maintain your website if you don't want to do it yourself. Because a lot of people don't even get on computers and don't even want to mess with it. So I factor in an hourly price afterwards. And all this is in the agreement that I set up with you before we even get started. I go over all the details and things like that. But yeah, I have maintenance agreements too, so I can maintain your website for you.
What platform do you normally use to build website? WordPress, Drupal, HTML?
This question is what platform do I use? Yes, we use WordPress, Joomla, just about any platform. I have my own platform that I use. But yeah, all those platforms have like content management systems and stuff that you can update your website with. Any other questions?
Go back to your app. What is your price to charge for your app building?
Again, that's something we sit down with.
Okay.
Figure out what you need of your app, and stuff like that.
All right.
All right, well, I guess that's my time. I'm gonna hand these flyers around. Yeah, any more questions? No? Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate your time, Bush, man.
Big round of applause for this man.
I'm gonna pick this up. I'll be around here for a minute and show you some of my work here. Thanks.
My man DJ Subtle has wandered in from way out where the buses don't run. You gotta catch a Greyhound to get to, was it Hamilton, Kentucky? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Subtle, he's got some wristbands available. If you haven't got your wristband, this can offer you all kinds of free access to different places. Big round of applause for Lynn from First Impression Media. He's gonna hang out. He's got his website going over here. We can check it out. Also, time-sensitive information. Pizza is here. It might be getting cold. It's on the bar. Maybe we'll take a 5-minute break, and if we want to get down and get some pizza. Faith brought the plate. We got DJ Gentle on cell phone all the way from Phoenix.